Good morning, everybody. My name is Lee, and I am the proud new owner. Well, me and my husband Jared are the proud new owners of an 8-acre homestead in Habersham County, Georgia. We still Raven Farms, and I'm really excited. This has been in the making for it's been in the making for a long time. But we have actually been working on this for about 18 months or so. And we decided to start doing YouTube videos. A lot of that actually boils down to the fact that when you watch YouTube and you're trying to figure out how to do something, it doesn't really show you the ground up, and how to clear your land for a garden. How did they do that? There's already a garden there. Oh, okay. Well, for us, our 8 acres is pretty, I don't want to say undeveloped, because it's developed fine. But there's a ton of dead trees. There's a ton of space that's just not usable as it is right now. And so we've got to go through and fix that. We've got 2 wonderful boys. One is Chase. He's my oldest. And then I've got Jackson. I'm actually redoing the intro because the other one was really long. And so we have 4 dogs. And within about a week, and these 2 of our dogs are escape artists. They're not staying in a fence. You're not going to get them to stay in a fence. One of them, we have to keep him on leads, otherwise they'll escape. And next thing I know, he's on a lead and he's walking around the side of the house. And these are 50, 75 foot leads, right? These are not, so he's not on a 2-foot lead and he's going to choke himself. Oh no, poor squirrel's apart. Oh, whew, missed him. Whew, I don't want to kill squirrels. They're cool. So he's walking around the side of the house and we're like, huh? And he had somehow managed to unclip his lead. Okay. So, but the good thing with him is that this is Shiloh, is that he's very well leash trained. So if he feels something pulling on his choke chain, he stops. And he doesn't pull anymore. And so Shiloh is a German Shepherd Alaska Malamute, which is code for he is friggin' huge. He's about middle of winter. He's about 160 pounds. Come summertime, he usually will drop to about 120, 130. It really depends on how hot it is, really, because he doesn't eat a lot in the summer. It's too hot for him. They are indoor dogs. We do not let them go outside because they get loose all the time. So they go outside, they do their business, they hang out for a few minutes, and they come back in the house. But currently they're loose. We have no idea where they're at. We just moved a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and so they don't know the area. And we've gone back to the old house, and we're gonna keep going back to the old house. But it's all over Facebook. It's all over. We've called all the we called back in Texas, y'all. I called our vets back in Texas. I'm like, hey, if anybody calls about dogs, they're ours. And they're like, why would they call? And I was like, well, because we moved to Georgia and the dogs got loose. And she goes, oh, again? She remembers us from 8 years ago. Oh, okay. So anyways, I'm a paramedic. I've been doing this for 8 years or so. I've been a paramedic for about 6 of them. Jared is a firefighter paramedic. And I've had this dream of owning a homestead, working the land, raising my own meat, pretty much since there's a documentary called Forks Over Knives. And yeah, it kind of stuck with me. And what's funny is that I'm a pretty solid meat eater, right? I like meat, but I don't know if you've seen the documentaries that have the CAFOs in there, the feedlots. Yeah, I was watching a documentary last night and I started crying because they were being mean to a cow. And I can't stand for that. Like, there's no reason to be mean to these animals. You know, I'm not mean to my animals. And so I'm always probably always gonna eat meat. But I don't actually eat a lot of meat. I don't really like eggs. Jared loves eggs. Kids love eggs. So we're gonna make sure that the animals that we have are well taken care of, except the dogs that get loose, you know, that can only do so much here. So we're gonna have pretty much as big of a garden as we can get into our space. We're gonna have fruit trees. We're gonna have honeybees. I'm so excited about the honeybees, y'all. Like, it's ridiculous how much I love honeybees. Mainly because I love honey. So, and if you get like good honey and your bees get good honey, the skin benefits of honey is insane. The medicinal qualities of honey. So we've got Bear, and Bear's awesome. He's super cool. He does not get loose ever. Like, he has no desire to leave the house. You can leave that gate wide ass open, he ain't going anywhere. He's a good dog. So he has like severe allergies, skin allergies. We have yet to find a food, and I've pretty much tried every kind of food, from PetSmart, Walmart, the vet, you know. Right now he's on a regimen of loratadine and another one. It starts with a C, and it's an antihistamine. And he's on that. He takes quite a bit. He pretty much maxes out. He's also 75 pounds, and he's the small dog, and he's 75 pounds. And he's on that. You know, he's on the loratadine in the morning, and then we give him it's not cenfalexin, because that's an antibiotic, I think. My pharmacology, unless it's like an emergency medicine thing, I don't have a clue. So sorry, there's a cop, and I don't think it's illegal to be video chatting as long as you're not touching your phone. Bye. So he's on that, and then he's on the C1 at night, and like I said, we pretty much max out those meds to try to give him some, because he's always scratching. He has an O4 on his butt, and that's why it's part of the reason why we think it's actually a digestive issue. It's a skin issue, because he, like, years, and he hasn't had fur on his butt. And when I say butt, like from his like mid back to the top of his tail, gone, and it kind of looks like elephant skin. You know, we put lotion on it. We put you know, and it starts to get, you know, yeasty. We put Monistat on it, and that stuff's helping, but there's nothing else we can do. He has no fleas. He has no ticks, no nothing. You know, because we keep a pretty good handle on it because of his skin issues. Like, guys, I don't want to hurt my dog. I kind of gave up on the vet when the vet was like, "Oh, it's fleas." And I was like, "Show me a flea. Show me." And she's like, "Oh, yeah, this is fleas. And I was like, "Well, then show me a flea on this dog." And she couldn't find a flea. I told her, I was like, "It's not fleas. Try again. She was like, well, it's fleas. Okay. So I kind of gave up. And a lot of other vets said, first thing is fleas. Well, it's not fleas. It's not. Y'all, it's not. Dog doesn't have fleas. I treat my yard. I bleach bath my yard. And so there's none of the dogs have fleas. So anyways, soapbox. So Bear, he doesn't get loose. He's kind of cool. I like him a lot. But one of the big things is we want to raise our meat, and we want to actually raise their dog food. When we were back in Texas, we did raw meat, and Bear didn't have skin issues. But it's extremely difficult to do a raw meat diet when your smallest dog at 75 pounds requires like 2 pounds of meat a day. That's a lot of meat, and your big dog needs like 3-4 pounds, and your medium dog needs 2-3 pounds, and next thing you know, and now we have a puppy, and she needs raw meat, and it's God, y'all, I couldn't afford it. There's no way. And so the idea is that what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise our own meat chickens, and eggs and rabbits, and what we'll do is we'll butcher them. That's gonna be a Jared thing. As soon as it doesn't have head or feet, I can do it. I can do it. But that's one of those hard lines, and it's just I can't do it. I've tried. I've tried to hunt. I can't do it. I can't do it. And so yeah, Jared does the hunting and the killing, and I help as soon as that critter doesn't have a head, doesn't have hooves or feet. I'm your girl. I'm right there with you. It can still have its pelt. That's fine. Head, feet, no. So, like I said, having huge dogs, need to be able to feed them better, especially Bear. The other dogs, they're fine. They don't have any skin issues, or not like Bear does. So we wanted to have our farm that we can do that with, and kind of go from there. Our goals, we've got a lot of goals for this homestead. My probably biggest one is reducing our food budget by 75% in 5 years. I'd love to do it in like 6 months, but it doesn't work like that. And I know that, you're going to sit there and you're going to reduce your food budget because you're not going to put that money in the grocery store. You're going to give it to the feed store because you're going to be growing your own food. And for me, that's okay. And it's even okay to go and spend part of my grocery budget and go buy a cow. That's fine. I'm okay with that because it's still reducing the amount of money that's going to the grocery store. Now, I don't have a problem with grocery stores. There's nothing wrong with them. But my issue ultimately is I want to know where my food is coming from. I want to know how healthy or not healthy it is. And that is extremely important to me. So, on that note, we're going to be canning. One of the big things, I don't do things the way other people do them. So if I do a canning video, you really need to take whatever advice or whatever I post, and you need to take that with, this is what I do for my family. You have to do it right for your family. And if you don't like the way I can something, don't do it. Don't eat it. You don't have to. I'm not shoving it down your throat. I'm not telling you this is how you got to do it. This is how I do it. And so, you know, you got to do what's right for your family. Oh God, it's so tangly. This is day 3 hair. And it's all tangled and it's all poopy because it's humid. Welcome to Georgia. It's hot, sticky. Can't find that perfect temperature because like it's 67-ish degrees out right now. And so it's just a little too cold to have the AC on, but it's a lot too humid to not have it on. So you want like the ambient temperature to change. So anyways, hey man, you might not want to scoot over just yet. That's a semi. So, whoa, old boy back there almost took off my bumper. So like I said, you know, we're gonna do canning videos. I make my own seasoning, so I'll show you guys how I do that. You know, if you decide that you don't want to make your own seasoning, I do sell it. And you'll see when I go to make them, exactly how I do it. This is how I make my seasoning. And I sell them for about $5 a jar. And because they're a little bit more concentrated, you don't have to use as much, which is kind of nice. I, of course, especially with my Cajun seasoning, wintertime, I usually make a big like half-gallon jar of Cajun seasoning because I use it in everything. Like I use it in everything year round, but when I make my stews, I want that little bit of kick to it, and I'll use a half-gallon in like a couple of months. Like a month, really. To be completely honest with you, it's probably about a month. So yeah, it's gonna be a great channel. We're going to do reviews. We're going to do reviews on like farm stuff. We're also gonna do reviews on like EMS stuff, because like I said, Jared and I are both paramedics. And it's very important to us for people to understand that, you know, you can do this job and have a life. You don't have to work all the time. So he'll do like fire stuff. I'm not a firefighter. I'm not. And if you've been in EMS or if you're in the fire department, you know the rivalry between EMS and fire. EMS only. And then the fire department EMS side. Because I'm EMS only. I have nothing to do with the fire department. Nothing. And it's kind of like, you know, the Air Force and the Army. So Jared was in the Army. And so we'd have Air Force guys around. Like, you know, you'd be at the commissary and they'd come in. And so there's that rivalry that happens. And so it's kind of the same thing. Like, you know, maybe we go to the mat for each other, but we gonna make fun of you. So he'll do those. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. You'll meet the boys at some point, I'm sure. I'm gonna tell you right now, me driving and doing videos is a thing. Okay, I got an hour drive to work, y'all. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know that now. Like, that's exactly what happens. This is the easiest way for me to do videos. You know, most of the time I've got way too much stuff going on. But anyways, I'm actually about to run out of time. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to retire early, so if you could hit that subscribe button, that'd be great. Leave a comment if you have any questions, if you have things that you want to see, you know, how to can, what to can, whatever, let me know. All right, I'll talk to you later, guys.